Para may start na po natin ang discussion natin on time. I will not be accepting ng mga late na, no? Kasi kung sakali man na face-to-face na po tayo, 15 minutes late ng estudyante, pwede ka nang hindi papasok. You are considered late already. Or you are considered absent to the class. It's not an excuse na marami po tayong ginagawa, no? Pwede naman po kayong magpaalam. Pero yung iba kasi, ang ginagawa nila, since mabait naman ang mga teachers, they're taking advantage of it, no? Please enter the class. Pansin ko lang kasi sa inyo masyado na kayong mga late yung iba. Okay, let's have the attendance. Wala nang papasok sa klase A? Maria Lourdes?
Present po, ma'am.
Pal sa Michael? Alam Hidalgo? Carvalho?
Present po.
Corpus Cyril?
Present, ma'am.
Corpus Jones? Warren? Corpus Jones Warrell? Wala? Corpus John Mark? El Carmen Ian?
Ma'am, present.
Domingo Monclark? Donato Jericho?
Present, ma'am.
Erang Cesar? Stabilo Erich?
Present po.
Estrelon Carl Patrick?
Present po.
Tabuan Christine May?
Present, ma'am.
Tanaban Joyce?
Present, ma'am.
Eugene Garo?
Present, ma'am.
Ibarra? Larugal?
Present po.
Riano Heherson? Ligayu? Lorenzo?
Present po, ma'am.
Paduma Jason? Maduma Jason? Malana Eunice?
Present po.
Mamawag Dan Paul?
Present po, ma'am.
Mga Lindan? Maramagrik Alfred? Nicolas Jan Gerald?
Present po.
Harilio?
Present, ma'am.
Patricio Miguel?
Present po.
Rosario Mary Chris?
Present po.
Rubis Hannah?
Present po, ma'am.
Salum?
Present po.
Asis Elsha? Arian Ryan?
Present, ma'am.
Agaw?
Present po.
Valdez? Abraham?
Present po, ma'am.
Okay, so let's have the class now, no?
Ma'am, ba-accept daw po yung iba.
Last meeting, last discussion po natin is about pitch factor, how to derive RMS value of the voltage and the average voltage. We have the maximum voltage and yun lang, no? So, general formula natin for the average voltage. What's the general voltage natin? Or formula natin? EA is equal to? EA is equal to? Square root of 2 ng? Pi? Anong formula natin? Square root of 2 pi? NC? KP? Flux and frequency. Tama ba yung formula ko? Wherein ang NC natin, this is just the number of turns na meron po siya. Number of turns, no? Meron yung coil natin. And then a three-phase, no? For an example, ang KP kasi natin, that's derived as rho over, anong formula natin? Rho over? KP natin is equal to rho over 2. Tama po ba? What is the rho here? Ano yung rho natin? That is the ano yung rho po natin? Mr. Miguel.
Number of poles po, ma'am.
Rho? P po ang rho. P po ang number of poles po natin na. P. Number of poles po yan. And we are in KP. Ano yung rho po natin? That's the anyone? The rho is anong angle po yan? That is, if you are going to consider that is full pitch, that will be 180 degrees. Diba? Paano yung pitch factor po niya? Yun po yung rho natin. Nakaintindihan po ba tayo? Yes or no?
Ma'am, ano pa yun ulit?
Ang rho po natin, if you are going to consider that is full pitch, you're going to use a 180 degrees. But since kasi, no, since ito yung katuloy na po ng KP natin na discussion, no, but since it's been affected by the harmonics na tinatawag, I wasn't sure if it is discussed during your electronics, pero may mga harmonics po tayo, no? Disturbance po ng harmonics po natin. Or since sinusoidal po tayo, meron po tayong harmonics na tinatawag. Meron tayong first harmonics, second harmonics, third harmonics, fourth, or since nasa sinusoidal po tayo, we have the first, third, fifth, or that is just the odd numbers. No? Harmonics po tayo. First, third, fifth. That is why we have the odd number of harmonics. For an example, we have there a three-phase two-pole stator coils with a pitch factor of 5/6. What is the pitch factors? Or the pitch po natin is 5/6. And what are the pitch factors for the harmonics present in this machine coils? Or does this pitch help suppress the harmonic content of the generated voltage? Hindi po natin may iwasan ng harmonics. No? Or how are you going to define harmonics, Mr. Brian Soriano? Sir Soriano, andyan ka ba? How are you going to define harmonics based on your electronic subjects? How did you define harmonics? Harmonics is a wave with a frequency that is positive integer multiple of fundamental frequency, the frequency of the original periodic signal such as a sinusoidal wave. No? So yung original po na signal po natin is called the first harmonic and the other is the higher harmonics. Nakaintindihan po ba tayo? Gaya po ng in-illustrate ko po kanina, if we have a sinusoidal here, papasensyahan nyo na lang po yung drawing ko, no? Ayan. This will be the original or the first. The second, supposedly, since we are using the positive, this is the third, no? Third harmonic, and this is the fifth harmonic. Nagkakaintindihan po ba tayo? Yes or no? Those who are late, please be reminded that the time of our class is 8 o'clock in the morning. Kakaintindihan po ba tayo? Yes or no? May kausap po ba ako? Pag tinatanong po kayo, sumagot po kayo para alam po natin kung ano pong gagawin po natin, no? Hindi po yung tahimik po kayo lahat.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po.
Hindi naman kayo pinapagalitan. I'm not sure bakit kung tinatanong kayo na klase is hindi kayo umiimik. I'm not sure kung naintindihan nyo ba ako o hindi. Hindi naman kayo nagsasalita. Mga ilan-ilan lang nagre-respond sa klase. Only Mr. Salom, Mr. Soriano, pag minsan Mr. Miguel, I can hear them. Pero the others, they are silent. I'm not sure kung anong iniisip nila. Naintindihan kaya nila o hindi? Hindi ko naman kayo pinipilit kasi baka mamaya tahimik lang talaga kayong tao, no? But if you are being asked, sumagot naman kayo. Okay? Oh my God. Very intensive tong klase niyo. Stressful yata kayo masyado this week. Next week will be your exam. Please be reminded also. The exam will be, kung ano po yung na-discuss po natin, no? Ang exam po ninyo is during Friday. Next week, that will be April 1. Intindihan po ba? Then we are going to discuss kung ano yung nasa module po ninyo later on. And let's continue the example, no? So anong gagawin natin ngayon dyan na example natin? So that is, we are going to calculate the mechanical degrees first. So paano po natin kukunin ang mechanical degrees ng machine?
360 over poles po.
Ayun, very good. That is, denote po natin, no? That is rho. Ang rho po natin is yun yung parang inverse na letter D na maliit. And P. So that is equal to 360 degrees over 2. 2. Saan ko kinuha yung 2, no? Or that is the number of poles po natin. P. P is the number of poles, no? Or that is equal to 2. So that is equal to 2, no? And that is 360 degrees divided by 2. That is equal to 180 degrees. Mechanical degrees, no? Next, ano pang hahanapin natin dyan? We are going to find for the pitch angle of the coils, no? Since meron po tayong 5, 6 na tinatawag na pitch, anong gagawin natin dyan ngayon? Meron po tayong pitch considering na yung pitch natin is 5 over 6. So, ibig sabihin, ang electrical degrees ngayon natin, electrical degrees, that is, ang symbol po natin for mechanical degrees, that is theta M. Since this is derived from mechanical pitch angle, no? That is theta M, or ang formula po natin is 5 over 6 pitch po natin times natin sa 180 degrees. So that is equal to, ilan po yan? Five over 6 times 180. Anong sagot po natin?
150 po.
150. So that is 150 degrees, no? And then, ang hahanapin na natin ngayon, no? Is we are going to find for the rho. Yung rho na lang na symbol, no? So, ang rho po natin, that is calculated as theta M or the electrical degrees divided by the mechanical degrees, wherein that is rho P. So that is equal to 150 degrees over 180 degrees. Tama po ba? Pa-check nga po ako. Times natin siya ng 180 degrees. Times 180 degrees. Ayan. Saan po nanggaling yung 180 degrees? Originally po, ang formula po natin is theta m over theta p, or the rho p, multiply po natin siya ng 180 degrees. Or that was derived last meeting. Ayan. So that is equal to
150.
ilan po?
150 po.
150 pa rin kasi magka-cancel lang din naman sila. 150 degrees. Try nga ninyo ito. Kung pwede. Theta M, theta M, theta P. I will just simplify, no? If this is 360 over P, theta M natin is pitch natin. Multiply it by 180 degrees. Divided by 360 degrees over 180 over P, no? Or that is equal to P, tapos yung pitch, 360 degrees, and then divide nyo siya, 180 divide 360, that is 2, no? Pitch times the number of poles over 2. O, depende ng ganyan, so gagamitin nyo na formula. Or that is 150. So, aanhin natin ngayon yung 150 natin. So, kung yung rho natin, that is equal to 150 degrees. So, that is, ang Kp ngayon natin, that is equal to sine of rho over 2. Tama po ba? But since we are considering the harmonics, we have the first, second, third, first, third, fifth, no? So, ang mangyayari po dyan, i-multiply na lang po natin kung ano yung number ni harmonics po natin. So kung first, ang Kp ngayon natin, that is equal to sine of rho, or that is 150 degrees over 2. Those who are late again, no? 21 minutes na po kayong late sa klase. Parang awa nyo na maaga po kayong papasok sa klase. Same as, hindi nyo na pwedeng irason kasi kung if you are going to take a look at, no? Kung face-to-face man yan, dapat kailangan yung maagang pumasok. Huwag yung hayaan na nalalate kayo ng 21 minutes. Ako nung college, nasasayangan ako yung bawat minutong late ako sa klase nun. Kasi hindi mo alam, nagbibigay na ng biyaya, blessing ang teacher mo, hindi mo pa natatanggap dahil late ka. Diba? Tama ba ako, Mr. Salong?
Yes po.
Yung parang binigyan na kayo ng katangkaran sana ni Panginoon ng Panginoon natin, hindi na kayo nabigyan ng tangkad, ng height, no? Mga kagaya kong pandak dyan kasi late kayo, no? Please lang, please be early in the class, no? Kahit online po tayo. And anong sagot natin dyan? That is equal to? Anong sagot po natin?
$0.9659.
0.9659. 0.9659. So, ang tawag dito sa unang harmonic po natin, no, that is the fundamental. And then, sa third na tayo, no? So, ang KP natin, that is equal to sine, that is, I'm just going to multiply, no? So, that is 3 times 150 degrees over 2. So, anong sagot natin po dyan?
Negative 0.7071.
Negative 0.7071. And KP natin, that is equal to sine. This is first, third. Anong susunod ng number? 1, 3, odd numbers. 5, no?
po.
5 times 150 degrees. 150 degrees. Nasobrahan na naman natin yung 0. Then, over 2. So, ilan ngayon ang value po natin dyan?
0.2588.
Para hindi tayo nagkakaano, you may type our chat box para doon ko na lang siya tignan. Para hindi po kayo parang nag-aagawan, no? Sa mic. Para nakikita ko rin kung sino yung mga nagpa-participate talaga. 0.2588. Sige lang, type na lang dyan para makita ko. Ayan. 0.2588, no? And KP natin, that is equal to sine 5, 6, 7 na tayo, no? 7 times 150 degrees over 2, that is equal to ilan?
Same po.
0.2588 din lang. So that is 0.2588. 7. Tuloy pa natin, no? KP ngayon natin, that is equal to sine of 789. 9 na tayo. 150 degrees divided by 2. Ilan po yan? Negative 0.7071. 0.7071. Negative, no? So mapapansin nyo may negative po tayo. Anong ibig pong sabihin ng negative? The negative, no, is a triplet harmonic not present in the three-phase output. Or ang ibig pong sabihin nun, no, yung ninth harmonic natin tsaka yung third harmonic po natin is suppressed only slightly by this coil pitch, no? But this is unimportant since they do not appear at the machine's terminal anyway. So parang nane-neglect na yung value ng negative na yan. So that is third and the ninth harmonic, no? Okay, so let's move on with KD. Okay na po ba tayo sa KP?
Bali hanggang 9 lang po palagi gagawin namin.
Hindi naman indicated na sa problem kung hanggang saan ang gagawin ninyo. Just in case na mabigyan po kayo ng problem na yan. But then, since pansinin nyo lang, no, kapag sinusoidal kasi, always odd yan. Kasi yung nasa baba, nasa negative naman siya, di ba? Kung titignan nyo yung sinusoidal, ganyan siya. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Ganyan sana yung sinusoidal po natin, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, di ba? So yung odd numbers natin dito sa baba, nagiging negative na lang sila. Di ba? So mapapansin nyo, sa positive lang tayo. Sa odd lang tayo, odd numbers.
Sige
Okay?
po. Thank you po.
No problem. Let's have the KD para makasimulan na po tayo sa module po ninyo. Ang KD naman natin, no? Ano ang KD natin? That is the distribution factor or the breadth factor. Para saan po yan? Since ang kinalculate lang po natin na turns kanina, that is just the turns, no? Hindi po natin kinonsider yung turns per phase. That is why we have the KD, wherein ang KD po natin that is been solved as the V actual over the expected with no distribution. Yun po yung ibig pong sabihin ni KD. No? Or approximately numbers po niyan is according to my teacher lang, no, that is malapit siya sa 0.9596, mga ganun, no? Yung mga distribution factors po natin. But rather, no, ibigay ko na lang po sa inyo yung formula wherein that is sine of n gamma over 2. Mabilis lang itong i-memorize. That is n sine of gamma over 2. So ano po yung n po natin dyan? Sa tingin ninyo, ano po yung n po natin dyan?
Number of turns, ma'am.
Po?
Number of turns.
Sino yung nagsalita?
Ako po, ma'am.
Ayan, Mr. Miguel, ano yung sinabi mo na?
Number of turns.
Number
turns,
of
ma'am.
turns? Maliit po? Parang choppy yata sa akin na. I-type mo na lang. I-type mo na lang para magkaintindihan tayo, no? According to Mr. Tagaw, that is the number of slots per pole per phase. Tama po yan, no? Pero ang ginagamit ko sa inyo last meeting or last discussion po natin, we have the Q. So ano po yung formula ulit natin ng Q? Si Q yan. That is the number of slots per pole per phase. Per pole per phase. Ayan. Or yan yung coil span natin, i-divide mo siya sa number of phase po natin. Ayan. Other books, I'm not sure kung kay Taraha ito. Kay Siskin, ito yan. Pero N pa rin ang gamit nila. Last discussions lang natin, I did use Q. Pero equal din siya, si N. Or yan yung kumbaga, meron tayong, sa mga examples natin, no? Yun yung N natin is, it could be either dalawa sa isang pole, yun yung AA. Per phase natin, yan si AA. Or yung tatlo na mga examples natin, I'm not sure kung nasa seatwork yata ninyo to. Could be this is the A. Ito yung phase A na tinatawag. So ilan ang slot na i-contain ni A? Yun si N. Kakaintindihan po ba tayo? Or yung isa pang example natin na 4. 4 slots meron dapat kay phase A. That is the Q or the N. Kakaintindihan po ba tayo?
Yes,
Yes.
po.
How about the others? Did you understand kung ano yung N?
Yes po.
Okay, perfect. Ano naman si gamma? Si gamma, ano ang formula ulit natin for gamma? Sa last discussions po natin, that is the angle between the slots yata, if I'm not mistaken. Angle between slots. Or if you're going to find for that one, that is anong formula ulit natin sa gamma sa last discussion natin po?
180 over slot per pole po.
Ayan, that is 180 degrees over slot per pole. Ayan. Maalala ko, sino nagbabasa sa inyo ng 1001 ng yung Solve Electrical Engineering? Sino nagbabasa sa inyo? Pa-check nga ako kung yung KP, pwede rin siyang ma-solve as sine of, I'm not sure lang, no? Naalala ko lang saglit. Baka hindi ko na ibigay sa inyo. 90 yata. 90 degrees sin 90 degrees times yung pitch factor. Pitch factor. I'm not sure pero try nyo i-check. If 90 degrees yan o kaya 180 degrees. Pwede din yan na gamitin ninyo. And dito sa slots na tayo, no? Gamma is equal to 180 degrees over slots per pole, or that is 180 degrees divided by the coil span. Or yung gamma natin, that's the difference of the angle between slots. No? Okay? Okay na tayo kay N. Okay na rin tayo kay gamma. Okay, so let's have an example here. By the way, since meron na tayo si KD, if you are going to solve for the value of the voltage now, you may use this one, no? Since, paalala ko lang, no? Yung NC po na ginagamit po natin kanina, this is the difference, no? Ang EA natin kanina, EA, or since wala pa yung KD natin, that is square root of 2 pi KT NC, di ba? NC flux frequency. Si NC po natin dyan, that is just the number of turns. No? Number of turns lang po yan sa single coil po natin. Hindi po natin kinuha yung buong isang phase. No? So ito na yung factor ni distribution na kukunin na natin. Yung distribution factor per phase na po siya. That is why we have now yung EA natin that is equal to square root of 2 pi KP, KD, NP, or per phase belt na to. Sa isang phase natin, ilan meron na siya. Yun ang tinatanong. And then flux and frequency. You're just going to multiply here. And yung N na natin nagbago na yan, that is the number of turns per phase na yan. Ito naman sa isang single coil lang, NC. Single coil. That's the difference of it, no? And may nakalimutan pa ba akong formula? That's why we have the winding factor, which is KW, or that is KP, tsaka si KD. And so ulit lang, no? 0.96. Basta kung i-multiply ninyo ito greater than 90, yun lang yung pwede kong may bigay sa inyo. Greater than 0.9. Para lang sa checking nyo. Kasi kung nakakuha na kayo ng 0.8, parang it will be impossible. Kasi kung iisipin niyo nasa 96, nasa 90 plus din ang KP ninyo, nasa 98, ganun. So, ibig sabihin, nasa 90 din ang product niya. So, that is greater than 90 ka mo na lang, no? This is the winding factor. Kung tinatanong po, no? Winding factor. Winding factor. Ayan. Example po tayo, no? Nakikita po ba?
Hindi po.
Maliit po.
Yan. A simple two-pole, three-phase, Y-connected synchronous machine. Stator is used to make a generator. It has a double-layer construction with 4 stator coils per phase. Each coil consists of 10 turns. The windings have electrical pitch of 150 degrees. No? The rotor in the magnetic field is rotating at the speed of 3,000 revolution per minute. And the flux per pole of the machine is 0.019 Weber. So, ang ika-calculate po natin, hindi nakalimutan kong kinuha din. That is ito. Letter A, that is what is the slot pitch of the stator in electrical degrees? How many slots does the coil of the stator span? What is the magnitude of phase voltage of one phase of the machine's stator? What is the machine's terminal voltage? How much suppression does the fractional pitch winding given the fifth harmonic component of the voltage relative to the decrease in its fundamental component? So una, paano natin kukunin ang slot pitch ng isang stator in mechanical degrees at saka sa electrical degrees? That is slot pitch. Slot pitch po natin, that is equal to or that is the and by the way, ang number of total slots po natin dito, slots po natin is equal to 12. 12 slots. And wala na. So what's the formula in calculating the value of the stator pitch? Ang stator pitch natin, that is also equal to
Angle per slot po ba, ma'am?
angle per slot. So parang kumbaga is ano yung angle natin sa slot, no? Para makuha natin yan, that will be ano natin kunin?
Same po ba siya sa slot angular pitch? Same po ba siya sa slot angular pitch po?
Slot angular pitch. Yes, it's angle also. So parang kumbaga is, ano ba yung gamma natin dito? Ano yung term natin dito nung last meeting? That is
Slot angular pitch po.
tama, slot angular pitch. Tama, slot pitch. Since naka-angle siya, it's called angular. So it could be solved from yan. So gamma po natin sa letter A, that is equal to 180 degrees divided by coil span, no? Ang coil span natin, that is equal to 180 degrees divided by 2 pole, no? Number of poles po natin is 2. So slot per pole po natin, that is 12 over 2. So that is equal to, ilan po yan? 180 degrees divided by 12 over 2.
30 po.
30 po.
30 degrees, no? Or not, ganito po gagawin ninyo. Mag-draw lang ako, no? 12 slots, sabi niya. If you are going to analyze and you have a figure here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, tig-dalawa. So, So, ang tinatanong lang naman is yung pagitan, di ba? Or division. So, that is 2, Paul. So, kung iisipin mo to, isang rotation yan, ilang angles ang isang rotation natin? That is a whole of 360 degrees, di ba?
Yes po.
And then, ilang slots meron tayo? 12. Tama? Yes or no?
Opo.
Slots natin kanina is 12. Ayan. So, ang tinatanong is yung parang kumbaga per slot natin, ilan ang angle niya. So, pwede natin kakalculate din na yung gamma natin is 360 degrees divided by 12. Which is also equal to 30 degrees, di ba?
Yes po.
Okay. Then next is how many slots do the coils of this stator span? How are we going to calculate that one? So that is equal to, paano po natin kukunin ang coils po natin? Or that is, if I'm not mistaken, that is coil pitch. Slots to the coils of this stator span. Anong formula ulit natin? Coil pitch yata yan, pag di ako nagkakamali.
Slot per pole po, ma'am.
Slots per pole. Coil span yata yan. Coil span, is it equal to coil pitch? Coil pitch. Coil span? B.
Team po ata sa coil span, ma'am. At sa,
Ha?
team po ata sa coil span, ma'am.
If equal sila, that is full pitch, di ba? Ang tawag natin. But since meron kasi tayong tinatawag na electrical pitch, which is 150 degrees na binigay, so ibig sabihin, hindi sila full pitch. Hindi siya 180 degrees din lang. So ibig sabihin, hindi sila equal. So ang coils natin sa isang stator span natin, how many slots do the coils of this stator span?
5.
Po?
5 po ba, ma'am?
5.
5
Five.
slots po.
5 slots. Paano mo nakuha yung 5 slots? 5 slots?
150 divide 30 po.
150 divided by 30. Pwede. Kasi coil span natin sa isang slot, that is, so magiging 5 slots meron tayo. So ang slots natin, pwede mo siyang makuha as 150. 5. Pero I'm not sure, nakalimutan ko na yung term natin dito. Saglit nga, balikan ko lang. I'm not sure kung yung gamit natin dito is yung may Q that is equal to QY. Yung theta, yung parang ganyan, tapos QY yata dito.
Ayun yung
Pacheck.
coil span yata.
Coil span, no? Coil span ba ang term natin dito? Sa sigma? Tsaka
Yes,
yung...
Spread po ata, ma'am.
Ha? Parang
Phase
ganyan.
spread.
Spread po.
Phase spread, no? Phase spread. So if that is 30, hindi rin. Hindi rin natin pwedeng makuha dyan. Saglit nga. Check ko lang sa messenger. Saan ko na sinend yung 159. Ginawa ko na yan sa inyo eh. Yung i-multiply mo yung 150 since binigay ang electrical pitch. Hindi rin. Hindi yata na ibigay sa inyo. Tama. That is 6 degrees. So, kung kukunin natin dito, 2-pole, 3-phase machines. Ito, that is phase spread natin. Kung kukunin natin si phase spread, we're going to need the Q, which is the Q natin, or that is the N number of slot per pole per phase po natin. So, that is 12 over 2 divided by 3. Tama ba? So, ang Q ngayon natin, that is equal to 12 over 2 divided by 3. So, that is 2. Dalawa na slots ang meron sa phase A. And then, ang Y ngayon natin, that is 30 degrees. So, that is equal to 60 degrees. So, paano natin makuha ang 5? Other than this one, so that is equal to coil pitch. Ang coil pitch natin, pwede natin siyang makuha as equal to electrical degrees divided by the full pitch. Ayan, full pitch. Check nga ninyo kung tama yung formula ko na yung coil pitch natin, pwede siyang makuha as the electrical degrees, divide natin siya kung full pitch. Sa full pitch. Since eto si 60, coil pitch. Check nga ninyo kung tama to. Coil pitch natin. Coil span, sabi mo lang. Pero binigay kasi yung ano eh, coil span. Could be coil span. Ang coil span natin is should be slots per pole. Pero since binigay ngayon ang number of electrical degrees natin, so that's equal to 150 degrees. So ang coil pitch natin ngayon, that is equal to electrical degrees natin, which is 150 degrees over 180 degrees. That is equal to 150 divided by 180. So that is equal to 5 over 6. Or ito yung span natin. And this one is yung slots natin. So ito yung kinakain niya since given ang 150 degrees electrical. Or ito yung slots natin, 5. Kakaintindihan po ba tayo? So ibig sabihin hindi siya full pitch. Ang mangyayari po dyan is it could be fractional pitch yung windings po natin dyan. Naintindihan po ba? It's not a full pitch but it will be a fractional pitch. Naintindihan po ba? And the magnitude of the phase voltage natin. So since we have now our formula, no? Gagamitin na po natin si KPKD. So ang EA po natin or terminal voltage po ang hinahanap, no? Kung terminal voltage po yan, dapat alam po ninyo kung anong connection. Is it Y connected? Is it delta connected? Kapag delta connected, ano ang gagawin natin? So ang EA po natin, this is the per phase voltage. Sa isang phase, ito po ang voltage po niya. Or that is equal to square root of 2 pi NP, KD, KP, and flux frequency. So meron na po ba tayo yung NP? May NP na po ba tayo? Yes or no? NP. Each coil consists of 10 turns. Anong ibig pong sabihin yan? 10 turns daw po meron sa isang coils. Ano pong ibig sabihin po niyan? Sa isang coil natin, that is 10 turns. Ano pong ibig pong sabihin niyan? Since meron tayo si AA dito. For example, this is AA, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this will be A negative A. So, ibig sabihin, ilan ang papasukan niya? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ilan ang meron tayong turns? That is 10 turns. Ilan ang papasukan niya lahat? That is 4. So, multiply mo siya ng 4. That is equal to 40 turns. Naintindihan po ba? This is the phase A. Per phase na po ang kukunin natin. Nuggets or chicken? Naintindihan po ba? Kung saan nakuha yung 40?
Yes, ma'am.
Madali
Yes
lang,
po.
no? And then si KD naman natin, saka si KP, wala pa, no? So we are going to solve for the value of KD. So si KD ngayon natin, ang formula po natin, that is equal to sine of n gamma over 2 and then n sine of gamma over 2. Wherein ang sine, anong value po ng n po natin? Is equal to
40.
14? 40? N na maliit anak. Iba yung NP na malaki. Ayan. Iba ang N. Si N po natin, inuulit ko, that is Q. Or that is the slots per pole per phase. So ilang slots tayo? 12 kanina. Ilang pole? 2. Ilang phase? 3 phase. So ilan po yan? That is equal to 6 over 3. That is equal to 2. Naintindihan po ba?
Yes.
Okay? So that is equal to sine of 2 times ano po yung gamma po natin kanina? That is 30 degrees over 2. And then, n po natin is twice of sine 30 degrees over 2. Please simplify this one. Type into our chat box. So that is sine of 30 degrees. Tatanggalin ko na yung 2 over 2 sine of 15 degrees. Ilan po ang value ng KD po natin? Zero point 9659. 0.9659. How about the KP? Ang KP po natin, that is rho over 2. So that is equal to 150 degrees over 2. Tama po ba? Or sine? Sine, nakalimutan ko na. KP sine of rho over 2, or that is equal to sine of 150 degrees over 2. Ilan po yan?
Same sila.
0.9659 na lang. That is
Yes.
equal to 0.9659. I-try nga ninyo yung binigay kong formula kanina. Kung KP natin is equal to sine of 90 degrees, multiply it by pitch factor. Pitch factor po natin is that is equal to coil pitch, no? Or that is sine of 90 degrees times 5 over 6. Try nga ninyo. I'm not sure kung tama to.
Same, ma'am.
Same din lang.
Same po.
Powerful.
Yun lang, ma'am.
So that is equal to 0.9659. Ayan. Powerful, no? Pwede niyong gamitin. Natutuwa lang ako at maalala ko pa siya. Matagal na rin kasi yan. So, next slide po tayo, no? Okay na tayo si KD, KP. Meron tayong flux. Ang flux po natin is 0.019. Nandito po sa pinakahuli. Ayan. 0.019. So, flux po natin, that is equal to 0.019. KP po natin, that is 0.9659. KD, that is equal to 0.9659. Ano pa yung kinuha natin kanina? KP, KD, flux, NP, that is equal to 40 turns. And ang wala na lang is the frequency, di ba? So how are you going to solve for the frequency? Ilang hertz? Provided that meron tayong speed. Tama? So from the speed alone, can we solve for the value? Can we solve for the frequency
Yes, ma'am.
from the speed? Okay, so what's the formula?
Omega over 2 pi, ma'am.
Omega over 2 pi F. Ano ang value ng omega po natin? So omega po natin, that should be in radian per seconds. Tama?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So ang speed po natin na binigay, n is equal to 3,000 po ba? 3,000 revolution per minute. And then times natin siya sa isang revolution, meron tayong 1 revolution, we have 2 pi radian. Diba? Then sa isang minuto, 1 minute, we have 60 seconds. So that is equal to, ilan po ang speed po natin in radian per seconds?
105 po.
Exact po ba siya?
105, ma'am.
100 pi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 100 pi per 100 pi radian per seconds, no? So ang F po ngayon natin, that is equal to 100 pi over 2 pi. So matatanggal si pi, so that is equal to 50 hertz. Tama ba? Ayan.
Yes.
So other than that formula, may sinabi rin dito sa chat box natin. We have agaw Pn over 120. It could be, no? So derived naman na to, which is F po natin is equal to Pn over 120 degree. 120, no? Or that is equal to number of poles natin, 2. And is equal to 3,000 divided by 60. Is that equal to 50 hertz?
Yes, ma'am.
So they are also equal. So pwede na ba natin i-substitute sa may EA natin? EA natin, this is per phase po ha, per phase. E-phase, o pwede nyong gawing E-phase na lang siya, no? Per phase. That is square root of 2 pi N P KD KP flux frequency. So please substitute and type to our chat box kung ilan ang E-phase po natin. EA or E-phase, no? Ano magiging voltage po natin dyan? Okay, bara 157, above. Okay. Pwede na rin. So that is 157.51117. So that is Bakit ngayon ka lang, Mr. Palsa? Sobrang late ka yata. Tapos na ang klase.
Ano po?
Mr. Palsa. Bakit ngayon ka lang?
So, medyo late po nagising kasi.
Any valid reason?
Ma'am, walang valid reason. Pero po, late po ako nagising ma'am kasi may ginawa lang po ako gabi. So, siya na po.
Sa susunod ha? Please lang.
Yes ma'am, sorry po.
Dumating ka ayaw naman nang magsulat ng pen ko. Bakit kaya? So the answer is 157.117. So if you are going to calculate for the terminal voltage, what will be the value? Ayun, pwede na. That is 157.51117 volts, no? If you are going to calculate for the V terminal or E terminal, no? What will be the value? Is the, considering it is Y connected, so ibig sabihin magiging square root of 3 ng E-phase natin, tama? So that is equal to square root of 3 ng 157.5117 volts. So ilan po ang terminal voltage po natin? Just type to our chat box. According to Miss Eunice, that is 272.8183. Ayan. The others also. Sasis, Riza, Larugal. Ayan. Sige lang. 272.8183 volts. So that will be now the terminal voltage, no? Then how much suppression does the fractional pitch winding given for a fifth harmonic component of the voltage relative to the decrease of fundamental component? So ano po yung ibig po niyang sabihin? Babaguhin po natin yung value ni Kp po natin. So kung sa fifth harmonic po tayo kukuha, ang mangyayari po niyan, palitan niyo po yung value or Kp natin, that is equal to yung sine of rho over 2 natin saka yung harmonic, number of harmonic po natin, harmonic. That is equal to sine of 150 degrees. If harmonic, no? Sine of 5 times 150 degrees over 2. Ilan po ang Kp po natin dyan?
0.25.
To 2588.
258.
You may type to our chat box, 0.2588. 0.2588, no? So considering ito po yung value po ng Kp po natin, wherein ang original Kp po natin, that is equal to 0.9659. So ang tanong, voltage relative to the decrease. So ang tinatanong yung component natin ng voltage. So itry natin i-calculate ngayon si voltage po natin. So that is equal to, let's try the E-phase na lang or the average natin, E-phase. 2 pi, square root of 2 pi, Kp po natin 0.2588. Multiply it by 0.9659, no? 9659 yung value ng KD natin originally, no? And the number of turns is 40. NC, square root of 2 pi KP KD NC. Flux natin 0.019. And frequency po natin is 50 Hz. What will be now the new value of the E-phase? That is 42.2032. Volts, yan na lang natitira kung sakali. 42.2032. 42.2032 volts. So originally, ang EA natin kanina, that is equal to 157.5117 volts. No? So ilang percent ngayon ang binaba niya? So if you're going to calculate the percentage, that is equal to 42.2030 over 157.5117 yata. Times 100%. Tama ba yung pinagkuha ko ng percentage? Kung 5117. So, plus 100%. Supposedly 157.5117 157.51. Going to continue the discussion. So ilang percent po ang binaba? Or ilang percent ng 157 ang into them? Or that is 26.8572%, no? So that is 26.52, 52. Saan na tayo? Baka biglang mawala. 8572. 26.8572. 72%. So, yan na lang yung, ito kasi yung solution na to. Ito na lang, pag ang tinatanong, ilang percent na lang ang natitira, ilang percent ang binaba. Parang ito. But then if ang tinatanong naman is, ito ang tinatanong, I just like to make it clear, ilang percent yung voltage na natitira or yun na lang yung voltage na na-measure during the use of fifth harmonic. Ito siya. Pero kung ang tatanungin is yung binaba or the difference, no? Kasi yun yata, or the decrease in its fundamental. So ibig sabihin, ang binaba niya is ililas nyo siya ng 100% ito, 100% less yung nakuha nyo na 26.8572, ilan na lang natitira dyan. Ito ang binaba niya. That is, I'm not mistaken, 2064%. Ito na yung tinatanong dyan. Yan yung binaba niya. Or that's the difference of it, the decrease. Ang laki, no? Yung binaba ng voltage po natin. Naintindihan po ba? Yes or no? Okay. Any questions, clarifications in the utilize of KP and KD before we are going to move with your module? I just remember, no, na-upload ko na po ba sa Google Classroom po ninyo yung module po natin?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? Mga tanong po ba? So if I uploaded already, no? Saan na ba yun? Machine 1, chapter 1. Machine 2. Ito. So ito, yung module po na yan, that was based on the CMO. Kung ano po yung nasa CMO, yun lang ang sinundan ko. Since the topic to be discussed during the class will be based on CMO, that's the minimum, no? Other than pwede po naming dagdagan, no? So this one in chapter 1, we have the AC machinery fundamentals. So AC machines are AC motors and AC generators. We have the two types of the AC machines. We have the synchronous machines wherein the magnetic field current is supplied by a separate DC power source, no? And yung induction machines naman, yun yung mga magnetic field current is supplied by the magnetic induction or transformer action into their field winding. So you can see the difference, no? Separate DC source. And then ito naman yung parang self-excited na lang siya. Yung induction machines po natin, no? Field circuits of most AC machines are located in the rotors, and the AC naman or the DC motors or generators has two parts, no? Parang same din lang, we have the rotor and the stationary part, which is the stator. So I have there the learning objectives. And learning content po natin, topic 1, that is the rotating magnetic field, supposedly, no? Magnetic motive force and flux distribution on AC machines. Induced voltage and induced torque in AC machines, winding installations in an AC machines, and the AC machine power loss and losses, voltage regulation and speed regulation, no? As you can see, nagsimula po tayo sa windings of the armature. I hope may naintindihan po kayo dyan. Dinagdag ko po yan na topic para sa inyo, para ma-refresh po kayo from your DC machines and the windings also. You are familiar with that. So baka one time in the future, we cannot say kung ang pupuntahan yung company is yun yung nag-production ng motors, generators, no? So at least alam po ninyo kung ano pong gagawin po ninyo, lalo na sa mga, sa designings naman, nandyan naman na yung designs, no? Simple calculations na lang po. This is the basic of it. And The rotating magnetic field po natin, the magnetic field intensity po natin, nandiyan na rin po yung complete solutions po. And ayan, I also provided there the FM and then the omega, no, of the two poles. Then, other than that, we have the AC machines with P poles in its stator. So, theta E natin is equal to P over 2 ng theta M. Then F, we have there the relating F is equal to Pn over 120 or Nm po ang gamit po natin dito. So, we have there the net of magnetic flux density in the stator. And then we are now in AC machines, no? So parang nasimulan na po natin sa induced voltage, no? Kung ano po yung na-discuss ko sa inyo dun sa una, ganun din lang po dito. So if ever naka-perpendicular, there will be 0 ang cross po niya. And then you're just going to take the sum and eto na po siya. Sum of the voltages and that's it. Makukuha niyo na po yung i-induce po natin which is twice VBM L cosine of omega M T. And then, andyan na rin. So, ang N ngayon natin is the number of coils, turns of wire lang po yan. So, induced voltage po natin is N flux omega cosine omega MT. And then, other than that, ito na yung phase difference po natin, no? Since they are three-phase, so ang phase difference po natin is 120 degrees. Ayan. And then we have there the Emax, 2 pi NC flux F. And then yung RMS voltage natin, that is over square root of 2 lang. And then makukuha nyo na yung value ni NC po, EA po natin, no? And then we have there the example. So the flux density of a rotor magnetic field in a simple two-pole three-phase generator is 0.2 Tesla. The mechanical speed of rotation is 3,600 RPM. The stator diameter is 0.5 meter. The length of the coil is 0.3 meters. Each coil consists of 15 turns of wire. The machine is Y connected. So unang-una, what is the phase voltage of the generator as a function of time? So time domain po ang hinahanap dyan. So gagawin nyo lang po siyang sine omega t at saka yung theta. Yun po yung ibig po niyang sabihin. Pero kapag naka-frequency domain, you are going to use the voltage angle theta. That's the difference of it. So kung kukunin po natin ang flux, no? Flux of the machine, that is 2 pi LBM, or that is the 0.5 times 0.3 times 0.2. 0.5, that is the diameter. 0.3, that is the length of the coil. 0.2, that is the Tesla, no? So that is equal to 0.03 Weber. And if you're going to solve for the value of the rotor speed in radian per second, so that is equal to, from the speed itself, no? Shortcut ko na lang po ito. Ayan, na shortcut lang po ito. Ayan. So, N, that is equal to speed, no? N, or that is 3,600 multiply the revolution per minute, no? So that is 2 pi over 60. Multiply mo lang siya ng ganyan. So pwede mo nang makuha ang 377 radian per seconds. So dito, pwede niyo siyang ilagay. Etong omega m natin dito, sin omega m. So that is, pwede nyo ilagay na rin na 3770 dyan and then less the angle. So since kukunin nyo yung Emax po natin, no? So that is equal to NC and then the flux omega. So that is 15. 15 turns po tayo, no? Ayan, 15 turns multiplied by 0.03 Weber, and the speed, rotor speed po natin in radian per second, so that is 169. So that is the Emax. Ibig sabihin, ang equation po natin dito is naka-Emax. Kapag nasa time domain po kayo, that is ang E po natin, that is in E po natin is equal to Emax sine of omega m t less yung theta. Yun po yung ibig po niyo sabihin. Kung maalala po ninyo sa circuit 2 po ninyo, that is the instantaneous current and instantaneous voltage. So if you're going to solve for the RMS value or the average value, you're just going to divide it by the square root of 2, and that is equal to 120 degrees. So for Y-connected generator, ang terminal voltage po natin is equal to 208. So what if sinabi naman ng problem natin na delta connected? What will be the value of terminal voltage, Mr. Davon? Mr. Davon, nandyan ka ba?
Ano yun, ma'am?
If the problem says or states that the connection of the generator is in delta, what will be the value of the terminal voltage? What is the value of the terminal voltage? Mr. Davon, any answers? Yes, Mr. Miguel?
Yun po sa Emax, ma'am.
Emax? Is it
Or
the
the-
Emax or the
Sa
EA?
EA, ma'am.
EA. It should be the EA. Si EA, I will repeat myself, no? Si EA natin or the average voltage po natin, that is the per phase. Sa isang phase po natin sa generator, that is the value of the EA. Per phase voltage po siya. I repeat myself, no, per phase. Per phase po siya. Sa isang phase po yan. So, kung Y-connected po yan, ibig sabihin, gaya lang po ng ganito. Huwag po ninyong kakalimutan to, ha? So, that is, for example lang, no? Ayan. Ito po yung per phase na tinatawag. Mali. Pangit yung drawing ko. Ayan. Per phase voltage. Sa isang phase po yan. Kaya din lang ng circuit ninyo, no? Pero kung delta connected, ang delta connected natin, kung ano yung value ng per phase natin sa voltage, same din lang. What about naman sa current? Kapag current naman ang tinatanong sa inyo, ibig sabihin, kapag naka-Y connected tayo, ano ang value ng current natin? Is it equal or you are going to multiply it by square root of 3? So
Equal
Y
po,
connected, ang current natin is equal. No, I total is equal to I phase, no? And then kapag naka-delta naman siya, delta connected, you are going to multiply it by square root of 3 ng I phase. Kakaintindihan po ba tayo? Okay, let's move on with the torque of the machine. No? So, simple lang, no? Si torque kasi, hindi yan mawawala. Kasi siya ang magtutulak. Meron po tayong rotation sa loob, meron tayong force, or yung force na yan, that is the voltage. So that is why meron yung pag-push niya na yung parang bigat ng pag-push niya. That is the torque. So if you're going to calculate for the torque, so that will be, ang magnetic flux po natin is equal to Bs multiply of alpha, Bs sine alpha, no? That is the peak flux density natin. But since ang force po natin, that is equal to the current multiplied by the length and the the flux density po natin. So pwede nating palitan si flux density natin na si B, which is Bs sine alpha, or considering yung angle po niya. So ang torque po natin dito, if that is clockwise, meron po tayong, clockwise po tayo, rotation po ng clock natin, no? Pag ganito po siya, that is clockwise. Pero kung counter naman siya pabalik. So this is counterclockwise, pabalik po siya. So that is equal to force times the radius, or yung radius natin ay current natin. I-substitute mo lang ulit dyan, multiplying by the radius. So induced force po natin in the second conductor on the left side po natin dito, is this one. And then counterclockwise again, that is the rotation, pag ganun po siya. So we have there, no, yung value ni induced torque number 2, no? So therefore, yung torque natin sa rotor loop po natin, that is equal to twice, if you're going to add, is twice of RLI Bs sine of alpha. If you are going to add both of the torque. Kasi pataas ito, papunta dun sa counterclockwise. So assuming that is positive both. Kasi hindi naman niya, if na-discuss po ninyo, ito po no, alam po ninyo to, dapat alam nyo na to kasi natapos nyo na ang dynamics yata. Kung may dynamics po kayo tsaka mga mechanics, tapos nyo na to, pinag-aaralan dun ang forces, no? Or the torques. Or yun yung forces. Then lang, direction niya is counterclockwise, assuming that is positive and positive, parang upward positive. So you're going to add, ito na po ang magiging total induced torque natin. So torque natin dito sa una, pangalawa, ito na po ang total ng induced torque. I hope naintindihan po ninyo yan, no? And then other than that, that is just the B net and the H, no? Then, yun lang naman ang kakagamit, no? Dinagdag ko lang yan. Wala na? Winding insulation of AC machines? So winding insulation is of critical importance. If the insulation of the motor and generator breaks down, the machine shorts out and repair is expensive and sometimes even impossible. So most insulations failures are due to overheating, no? Insulations po natin, ano po yung ginagamit natin mostly na insulation sa isang motor? Sa mga motor generator, ano po mga insulations po natin na ginagamit doon? Kung gagawin, by the way, kumusta po pala yung project po ninyo?
Hindi pa po nag-start.
How about the others? By the way, may groupings na po ba kayo pala dito? Nag-group ko na po ba kayo?
Ma'am, nagsarili na po ata sa groupings.
Ay,
Yes,
ganun ba?
ma'am. Pinapili niyo po kami ng mga ka-group namin, ma'am.
Sinubmit nyo na ba sa akin yung list ng groupings?
Ma'am, hindi pa po. Ma'am, hindi pa po.
Can you please to send na lang sa akin if may time kayo, or just send to our GC? How about the other groups? Nakahanap na po ba kayo ng i-rewind po ninyo? And other than the group members, no, ilagay po ninyo kung ano yung napili po ninyong motor na i-rewind. Ilagay po ninyo doon, no? So ano usually yung mga ginagamit doon na insulation sa motor? Meron kayong nilalagyan nyo pa siya ng ano? Lubrication. Kung nakikita ninyo, meron kayong nakikita doon na varnish, insulation. Ano pa, may paper din doon, yung iba na mga motors. Insulation po niya para hindi po siya magkadikit, no? So due to overheating, nagkakaroon po tayo ng insulation failures. And then to limit the winding temperature, the maximum power that can be supplied by the machine must be limited in addition to the proper ventilation. Or yun yung meron tayo yung fan niya. So ano yung direction ng fan? Paloob ba o palabas?
Palabas po.
Palabas para lalabas yung hangin, di ba? So ROT naman is the life expectancy of the motor with a given type of insulation is half of each 10 degrees rise above the rated winding temperatures. Any questions regarding that one? Any questions regarding the insulation? If none, we are going to move on with the topic 5, that is AC machine power, flow, and losses, voltage regulation, and the speed regulation. Is this the last topic? Let me just check, no? Grade niya. So, ilang pages pa ba to? 13, 16, 3 na lang. Mag-meet pa tayo ng Friday, no? Tuesday pa next week pa. Flow diagram. Ganito na lang, no? Kasi kaya na pala yung discussion natin. Any questions, clarifications? May mga tanong po ba? If wala po kayong tanong, no, mag-practice solving na lang po kayo. Expect a rewinding during your exams. And yun lang naman yata. And problem solving. Yun lang naman pwede kong may bigay sa inyo. That is for prelim. Konti lang gagawin natin, no? And please be reminded lang, no? Yung palaging late po sa klase ko, please lang, no? Aga po kayong papasok, be on time. If no more questions, feel free to have your own business already, no? Pwede na kayo mag-practice solving sa mga libro na meron kayo. Yun lang. Pwede na po kayong mag-leave. May tatanong pa po ba kayo?
Ma'am, yung attendance po.
Attendance? Nag-check na ako kanina.
Ma'am, hindi po kasi ako na-accept kanina kaninang 8:03 pa lang po kanina wala pa po ako na-join.
Anong oras ang klase natin?
Ma'am, nasa waiting room kasi ako, ma'am, hindi ako nag-accept agad kaya nalate ako nakapasok.
Kasalanan ko?
Hindi po.
So, ganito lang, no? Hindi sa mahigpit masyado sa attendance, no? This will be just a reminder sa lahat sa inyo. And a warning also na pasok kayo ng maaga sa klase. Lalo na po sa face-to-face. Kahit 1 minute ka pa, late ka pa rin. No? Late is late po tayo, ha? This is just a reminder po sa inyo, wala po sanang sakitan ng loob. Okay
Ma'am?
lang ba, Mr. Franz? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Galit
Okay.
ka yata.
Ma'am, hindi.
Baka naman galit ka.
Ma'am, hindi.
Siguraduhin mo. Wala naman akong choice, ma'am. Ayaw mo eh, di ba? Yes, Mr. Davon.
Pwede po babasahin yung mga examples, ma'am.
Examples yung ginawa natin kanina?
Opo, ma'am.
Yes po, sure po. This is just a reminder to all of you, no? Student pa rin kayo, you should be on time during the class. Wag pong masyadong kampante na mabait mga teachers, no? Hindi palagi mabait. So, kung wala na pong tanong, no, mag-ingat po kayo maghapon and please start working on your project. Baka mamaya pagdating na ng submitan na naman ng project is you are going to extend. Ang pwede ko lang maibigay sa inyo is 1 week. Pero 1 week after exam kasi ng finals ninyo, kailangan ko na rin mag-submit ng grades since I have to work on my clearance. Nagka-clearance po kami every semester. Hindi po kami pwedeng mag-clearance pag wala po kayong grades. Kaya ang submission po ng target po natin, no, na submission ng project ninyo is before finals, dapat nakasubmit na kayo ng project ninyo. Okay lang po ba? Wala naman kaming choice, ma'am. Parang nagre-reklamo na yata kayo eh. Ako na lang yata sasagot sa sarili kong tanong, no? Pero target mo natin lang, no? Please lang, maaga pong submission. Submission ng mga projects. Parang ayaw niyong umalis sa klase. Ayaw niyo po bang umalis sa klase?
Bye po, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.